Mine in Middleburg is expected to continue today. This after workers rejected government's decision to rescue over 20 people who were trapped underground over a week ago. Mine workers say those trapped underground should only be rescued when their outstanding salaries have been paid. Now, let's get more on this story. Our reporter Tumelo Machogo is outside the mine. Tumelo, thank you very much for joining us. Just give us catch us up. What's the latest?
Well, good morning, Blaine. You remember that Department of Mineral Resources have obtained a court interdict to stop the miners who are preventing the rescue operation to continue here. That's why the police are actually here outside the mine, the Gloria mine here in Middleburg, to make sure that these people, they don't enter the mine premises. Only the people that are personnel that are allowed to go and help out with the rescue mission that has been taking place. It started yesterday. The rescue mission has started yesterday to start retrieving or started rescuing the people that are still trapped underground. 22 people are still trapped underground. We believe that 22 at this stage that are still trapped underground this mine. But to speak more about this issue, let's speak to Mike Elliott, who's the business practitioner for the Gloria mine. Mike, you sent rescue team last night. What did they find here at the mine?
We had three mine rescue services teams. They went underground down the incline shaft after we had the fan blowing fresh air into the mine, and they erected ventilation controls to force the fresh air to start clearing the area where we were told that the people were stripping the underground cables. And we proceeded to the area, to the bottom of the shaft, established a fresh air base, and from there the guys worked their way into the mine until the oxygen levels were too low. We relayed the three teams, and we've gone in about 1.5 kilometers into the area. So far, all we've found is that the cables have been stripped, and we can see where the people were working, and we can see that there's been a massive methane explosion underground. Walls have been blown out, the ventilation air crossings have been blown out, and there is some damage in the section 10 area from the methane explosion, and that's what we've discovered until about 10 o'clock last night. We withdrew the teams when the oxygen was too low for them, and we sent in fresh teams, and they worked until about 7 o'clock this morning. They've also gone home.
The methane where these people are is very, very high, and then obviously you can't send your team further down. But do you think these people, they're still at that area, or they moved from that area, if they're still there?
We believe that they are there. We just don't know in which one of the roadways they are. When we mine typically 9 roadways on the advance and create pillars that hold up the roof. So far there hasn't been any roof falls, so there's no ground movement, but we can see the explosion has taken place. Now, we don't know whether the guys were in the return airways, we don't know whether they were in the belt road, we don't know whether they were in the tractor road. We were busy searching for them. At the moment we don't have any rescue services underground at this point in time. We're still blowing air into the mine to keep the mine fresh. We are planning today's efforts. We want to use a much bigger fan than we've got at the moment, and we want to erect that on the fan shaft and run that on a generator to increase the amount of air underground and make it safer for the proto teams. We withdrew the proto teams when they were getting close to the explosive range in the methane.
And then obviously this methane is very dangerous for the people who are still underground because they can't breathe. If this situation continues, they can't breathe. But talk to us about what is going to be happening today in terms of helping out those people, and also the weather has not been helpful because it's been rainy, and also we understand you have to use electricity to get to those people, and at this point because of the lightning you can't send your team there.
We can't erect the overhead power line poles. It's too dangerous at this point in time. The contractor says he's not going to risk his people in the inclement weather and with it raining. It's too dangerous. So we need the weather to change for us. Then we can erect the overhead power lines, and we can put in the transformer from on it, and we can put all the cables back to the fans and then start the main fans and it will be very, very quick, and we'll clear the air inside the mine.
Talk to us about the people the miners now, who are very concerned, who are also camping out here. They want their payment to be out. What is the business rescue now continue? You guys, we know that you guys are speaking with people. What are the process there, and are these people going to receive their salaries because they have not been paid for 4 months now?
Yeah, the business rescue practitioners are working on that flat out. We should have something to be able to say later on during the day today. But they are working on the people getting access to their funds.
Thank you so much. Mike Elliott is the business rescuer for the Gloria Mine here in Middleburg. The mine workers who they continue to camp out here because they also want their salaries to be paid back. The families of those 22 miners that are still trapped underground, they are also camping out here to make sure that they receive any information that they will be coming out from the mine. Blaine, obviously the families, they are concerned about their family members that are still trapped underground. That methane is quite dangerous. You can't breathe if you are around that methane. It suffocates a person if you're around there. So the mine rescue, they have to work in very speedily to make sure that they get to those people when they're still alive, because it's been 9 days since the rescue. We understand that since the people have been trapped underground.
Tumelo, what do we know about the people that are still trapped underground? Where are they from?
The community members, they are telling us that some of them they are from Lesotho and some of them they are from around this area. So they've been camping, they've been being here since the mine closed about last year. So they've been stealing these copper cables since then. So we understand those people, they are from, some of them they are from Lesotho and some of them they are from around this area. But we understand those people, we cannot confirm that all of them they are from Lesotho, but we understand most of them they are from Lesotho and some of them they are from this area. They're stealing copper cables so that they can go and sell these copper cables to buyers who we don't know they're using these copper cables for. But we understand those people, they are those 20 or odd people that are still underground. Most of them, they are Lesotho nationals.
All right. Tumelo Machogo, no doubt you will be keeping us up to date with the latest. Tumelo is live for us in Middleburg.